Hi, I'm Mary from Joyful and Mary Quilting, and I have a tip for you today that is going to teach you how to make this simple snowball block even simpler. Here's how. The tip that I'm going to show you today, I think, is something that's going to make snowballing a block so much easier and so much more accurate. What you will need, first of all, this is the finished snowball block. A block basically starts out with a 4-inch, 3-inch, 6-inch, whatever square, and then you add triangles to the corners. Actually, you'll add squares to the corners, sew them on the diagonal, and trim them back. You'll come up with what we call a snowball block. So this is what you want to have in the end. You will need a pencil that can mark a fairly thin line, but something that's thick enough that won't break when you try and mark on fabric. So I use a 0.7 millimeter pencil. It seems to work best for me. You'll need some washable school glue. This is the key to the success of this block. And then you need a straight edge. Doesn't have to be any particular ruler, square, long ruler. I'm using my 6.5-inch Creative Grids Project Linus ruler. Then we will mark the squares. Now, looking at this snowball block, you're going to say, I already know how to do that. I already know how to mark the diagonal lines, pin it, and sew it. But I'm going to show you something different. That's why this is my tip for today. The first thing that we do is we mark a diagonal line on whatever square we are going to be using, whatever fabric we're going to be using in the corner of our snowball block. So here's my square. I'm going to place my ruler, my straight edge, so that I match the 2 points, and I'm just going to draw a line. Hold your ruler down pretty tight because otherwise your fabric can move. But if I hold it down tight, it pretty much stays in place. So now I have my line marked, and I have placed my 4 squares so that the diagonals are positioned just as I have them here. Now, as I said, the way that we usually do this is we'll go ahead and pin this, and then we are going to sew just to the outside meaning closest to the corner, just to the outside of that line. In fact, your stitches are probably going to be touching that line, but not right on top of the line. Now, here's the issue that we can have with the pins. You can see it's kind of bumped up a little bit here, and when we remove the pins, sometimes that can get things a little bit skewed. So, rather than do that, we're going to take our glue stick. Now we know that this section right here on each one of those triangles is going to be cut off. So I'm going to use my glue stick, hold this part down, and then as I flip this open, I'm going to just make a little glue mark on there, just a dab of glue right in that spot that we know is going to be trimmed off, and put it down. I'm going to do the same thing for all of the corners. So I'll turn my square this way. Once again, I'm just going to put a little dab right there in the corner. You want to make sure that you've lined up those raw edges because that's going to be your key to having a square block in the end. So we want it lined up. We'll do that one. Flip it. We'll do it again. I just twist it. I'm just twisting it. And that gives me enough glue. You don't need a lot, and it's washable anyway, but it's going to be cut off, so it doesn't really make any difference. And here's my last one. And again, I'll remove the pins. I won't use the pins on this. And I'm going to instead mark that as I did the other 3. Just that little dab of glue and put it down. Okay, so now we are ready to sew. I've done this block in stages, and we'll start out here. This is the first square. We are going to put that dab of glue and put it down. Then we are going to sew, as I said, right on the outside of that pencil line, closest to the corner. This is because your stitches take up room. And what we will eventually be doing is trimming a 1/4-inch seam, folding this back and pressing it. And you want to make sure that you have enough fabric so that it goes all the way to the corner. If you've sewn too far on this side of the line or on top, you're going to be a tiny bit off and your block will not be square. So we want to make sure that we have sewn on the outside of the line closest to the corner, but not way out. It needs to just be touching that line. Once we've done that, pretend this isn't cut yet, we're going to place our 1/4-inch marking of our straight edge There's the 1/4 inch marking right on that sewn line. And then we'll take our rotary cutter and we're going to trim that off. Once we've trimmed that off, we will press it toward the corner. And then here we have that perfect corner. And you can see that that lines up just right. And I really think the glue has a lot to do with it because we don't have the bumps that we would have normally from using the pins. We just have a nice smooth edge, and that gives us a perfect snowball block. You can do it with any size, of course, any size squares, depending on how you want your snowball to look or how your pattern is set up. It just depends on the pattern you're using, but the principle is the same. The way we mark those corners, the way we cut, and the way we press is going to be the same no matter what size snowball block you're using.